Hi loves, we are back again with another collective. Hi loves, we are back again with another collective reading. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day today. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I will be sharing this video, so for any of you who are catching it later on, you are more than welcome to watch the full video. All right, so straight off the bat, this message is for a very interesting collective. And the reason why I say interesting is because this collective is such powerful manifestors. Literally such powerful manifestors. This collective has manifested everything that they literally have had happen within their life, even the bad. And what's also very interesting, what's being highlighted with this collective, it's that you are able to very much tap into earth energy, and you are able to manipulate the weather. Or you'll notice that if you get into a bad mood, the weather will pick up around you. Whether the wind will start picking up, or the sky will literally get gray, or it'll start to rain. Or if you're angry, there'll be a crazy thunderstorm or crazy wind. Your emotions influence the weather around you so much so that you are able to literally manifest anything in nature so quickly. To the point where some of you actually manifested snow yesterday, but were so specific that you were like, I want the snow. Confirmation. I want to see the snow. I think it's beautiful on the trees. I like it on the grass. I don't want it on the roads. So literally what happened last night, it snowed all night, I think. And here we have snow on the trees. I'll turn the camera so you can see my view. Snow on the trees, but not on the roads. So this is my view. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. That's the river down there. So it's a walking path. But obviously from where I am, you can't see the roads. All the roads are completely clear. Okay, so that's very significant for some of you. So if this is resonating with you, then this reading is for you. But they're also highlighting, yes, you are able to manifest things very quickly, but you are still having trouble with earthly abundance. And part of the reason why you're having trouble, whether it's manifesting money, manifesting a nice house for yourself, manifesting a comfortable lifestyle, the disconnect that you're having and the reason why you are not really getting where you want to be is because for you, you're so connected to nature, right? And so for you, you're very connected to spiritual energy, and nature itself is very, very spiritual. It's very divine, okay? So for you, the weather manipulation, so to speak, is easy for you because there is no disconnect. To you, when you're outside, you feel fully connected to God, to the universe, to everything, to all that is. But the disconnect is happening when you're visualizing your finances or your home life or your root chakra stuff. And part of the reason is because you know that the things that you're trying to manifest in regards to that are very earthbound energy, right? And you don't feel at home on this planet. You're here for a reason. You wish that reason would be figured out, so to speak, so you can get the fuck out of here. You're I'm ready to go. This is good. I'm good. I feel like I've done enough. Okay. But one of the final lessons that you need to learn is actually how to link the material with the spiritual world, right? How to view the divine energy within the material world as you do within the natural world. Okay. So yeah, literally, you have to, this is all mental energy, okay? So making sure you are able to not only just see how all is interconnected, but just see how you've always felt that slight disconnect from finances, from money, you know what I mean? Because there's some incongruence there in regards to your receptivity to it being divine. okay? So that's very, very, very interesting message that came through. All right, let's see. Anything else? You've had a lot of patience with yourself within the last year, but you kind of are done. Like, you're just done. You're like, and I'm over it. Can we move on? Like, on to the next. Like, you're just so over everything. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. Like, we all get to that point, right? And we're just like, what the fuck are we here? Yeah. But just know, like, this is another aspect of your growth, right? It's another aspect of you recognizing, like, one, your infinite potential, but also the fact that, like, this is literally just a holographic projection. Interesting. A lot of you are walking away from a very immature relationship also. There has been an issue with reciprocity. Like, I feel like you've been giving a lot more to this relationship when it comes to, like, very emotional stuff, right? Because we have the 5 of Cups and also the Page of Cups, okay? So it's like you're recognizing where there's reciprocity issues happening within a relationship, and you're also recognizing, like, wow, like, maybe we're just not on the same page anymore. And part of you is kind of like shocked about it, because you're like, I was planning on spending forever with this person. But then the other part of you is like, well, I know that, again, back to, like, the spiritual learning, like, this isn't all that there is. And, like, this isn't infinite. This is finite. And, like, things have to come to certain closes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, chapters have to be completed. Like, and you're just recognizing that. So you're literally going through, like, this crazy internal transformation because of this. They're also calling for rest at this time. Like, rest and, like, trust and faith that, like, everything will actually be dealt with at the right time. They really want to make sure that you're not going against your own moral compass, so to speak, but more like, don't allow yourself to fight over things that are just insignificant. You know what I mean? Like, you're like catching yourself and you're like, you know what? I'm done putting my energy here. I need to rebalance myself. And clearly this situation is just taking and taking and taking, and I'm done. I'm done. And you're recognizing also that, like, the divine is literally helping you through this Tower moment, okay? This breakthrough, this divine intervention where you're literally coming to terms with not only higher aspects of yourself, but also, like, higher aspects of your calling and just life in general. Yeah, so if any of you are going through any type of turmoil, whether it's like a bereavement or just a loss of a relationship, I'm sending you so much love. I know that that's, like, one of the hardest things to go through, because it feels like we lost a piece of heaven, so to speak, right? Whenever we go through or we lose something that we love, we literally are re-going through that same original wound of us separating from God. So that's why us losing love is so powerful to us, why it affects us so deeply, because it's literally bringing us back to the first time we realized, like, or we thought we were separate from God, and we literally felt like we lost a piece of either our soul or, like, we lost a piece of heaven. Like, so again, if you're going through that, I am so sorry. Just know that you are loved, you are fully supported. If you don't know where to turn to, like, you need somebody to talk to, I'm here for you, okay? I'm here for you. And if you can't talk to me, find somebody you can talk to. Highly suggest when you're talking to stuff about this, make sure whoever you're talking to is somebody who's not going to pass judgment upon you. Okay? Because at this time, you're really not looking for that, right? We're looking for support. We're looking for nurturance. Like, we've come to these conclusions on our own, and we just want to feel almost appreciated and heard, right? So just make sure that when you decide, or if you feel like you need to talk to somebody about this, please make sure that whoever you're talking to about this is not going to pass judgment upon you, because again, we're not trying to do all that. We're just trying to work through it. The solstice, so I just heard solstice. Obviously today is the winter solstice. So definitely utilize the energy that you have today to kind of manifest more of what you want to see next year. The intentions that you do put out today are going to be very powerful. So utilize that energy for you. Allow the energy today to help you to release all the things that are keeping you up at night, the things that make you question and doubt your own internal powers, right? And also all the things that make you feel like you're left out in the cold, whether it's people, places, events, situations, okay? Utilize the energy today. Oh, and also they're highlighting, what's it called? Analysis paralysis. Okay, a lot of you out here are suffering with analysis paralysis, where your brain will literally go like 10 million miles a minute after something happens. Okay, so utilize this solstice energy to help you to surrender your mental energy to your higher power. For me, it's God. For you, could be the universe, could be your guardian angel, whatever it is, whatever you call your higher power, something outside of yourself, something higher up than you, right? Surrender all that to it. And like I just heard, like, well, why do we need to do that? Okay, part of the reason why we do that, or we should do that, or why we need to do that, is because when we're surrendering something to the higher version of our soul, okay, we're allowing a wider state of perspective to come through, a wider level of, okay, we're allowing a wider state of perspective to come through, a wider level of consciousness, also allowing ourselves to let go and allow what needs to come in, right? So anytime you're surrendering something, you're basically being like, I don't know what to do here. Like, I'm giving it all to you. I'm surrendering everything I don't know and everything I do know. And I just have trust and faith that, like, if I give it to you, God, or if I give it to you, universe, I know that you'll take care of me, nurture me, and help me to move forward and navigate through this. Okay, so definitely utilize this solstice energy for that today. But I just flipped the deck over, and again, the Five of Pentacles. So anything that's literally keeping you out in the cold, whether it's relationships, whether it's your job, whether it's like your home life, family, it could even be your own thoughts, right? It could even be your own judgments and beliefs and statements that you've made about yourself in the past. Okay, so that's another important thing to surrender as well, because our thoughts literally become things. I've been saying that for like, I think like 16 years now. Thoughts become things. Like, it's real. Thought energy is real. Energy is real. Energy don't lie. Like, guys, I know your soul knows this. Otherwise you wouldn't be here right now watching this. All right. But overall, you guys are going to have victory over this bereavement, over this heartache, over this pain that you're feeling. Again, it doesn't have to do necessarily with relationships. This could be your own like internal world just being flipped upside down. Again, Tower moment, so that you can have more self-realization, so that you can understand and perceive things from different perspectives, and so that you can release them and grow. Okay, but you are gonna have victory over this, but just know, like, it's gonna take a little bit of effort. But when you decide to take the steps forward to heal, God, the universe, your angels are literally going to hand you tools to assist you, but also gift you for doing so, right? Because Ace of Wand energy, aces are always gifts from the universe. It could be messages, it could be items, it could be thought processes, it could be consciousness, it could be energy upgrades, right? But we are literally being gifted by taking the step forward. But the first thing and the hardest thing to do is always take that step forward. Okay, so just don't fear. Also, we are not going to cast judgment upon ourselves, and we're not going to cast judgment upon any situation that we are moving away from, right? And the reason why we're not going to cast judgment upon this is because as soon as you judge something, you are now attaching more energy to the situation. Whether you're thinking about it, like, even if you think terrible things, even though you don't say them, guess what? Like, your thought energy is literally going to manifest, okay? So we want to make sure that anything that we're releasing, anything that we're surrendering, one, do not judge yourself for what happened. Do not judge yourself for what you did, what they did, what was said, the situation, the circumstance in itself, right? There's nothing to judge here. Nothing to judge. Just know that you are a child of God that is whole and perfected, and that is all God sees you as, that is all your angels see you as, and that is exactly how your highest self sees you, and that's something that you need to start viewing within yourself. Wow, that went sideways. Interesting. So I don't know if any of you are suffering with like self-worth stuff, because that really wouldn't have came through unless there was some self-worth issues that need to be rectified and or surrendered as well. So could be a keyword. But you are stepping into a different phase as soon as you do this, because the next card that came out was the Emperor card, right? And the Emperor card is all about strategy, is all about making the right decision, is all about, you know, moving with authority, but not with dominance, if that makes sense, right? Like, you're able to say what needs to be said, do what needs to be done without being domineering over other people, but without making people feel less than, okay? So just allow yourself to move forward through the surrendering process, and then trust and know like this is going to amplify and anchor in higher versions of your soul. Like, you're going to literally start stepping into Emperor mode. You're going to start seeing things just open up for you. You're going to start to be able to recognize like, oh, if I just change this thing about myself, like this, and this will drop away, fall away, change. Okay, so very important. And yes, as soon as you decide to take that step forward, you will get your wish fulfillment. And they want me to end on this card, and I think that's literally the most beautiful card to end on. Actually, I shouldn't say the most beautiful, but a very beautiful card to end on, okay? Because this is literally telling us that we are getting all the things that we desire, okay? And just remember, the negative things that are happening to you at this time, you did desire them at some point also, not in a way that you would have said it. Like, basically, your soul is the one who signed up for all these things, okay? And when you have that perspective flip of like, oh, my soul signed up for this because it taught me this about myself, this about my beliefs, this about my judgments, this about my level of consciousness, okay? You are viewing things from a higher perspective, right? You're surrendering it to a higher perspective. So utilize that. Definitely utilize that. So I feel like the main message today is really just like surrendering, trusting, and knowing. But they're also bringing me back to like my first opening statements about this collective who's very, very much connected to nature energy, very much connected to like their emotions are connected to the weather around them. They are highly gifted manifestors, and for them, manifesting anything in nature is a piece of cake, okay? But we have to work on that disconnect in regards to how you perceive or how you judge nature, and how you perceive and how you judge money, finances, and all that stuff, okay? Okay. All right. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I love you all. Yeah. Bye.